So when I reapplied for monetization and then mine took over 16 to 17 days, I knew that something was wrong. Like, I eventually became scared. And then, to make matters worse, my watch hours started fluctuating. At a point, I would have over 4,000 watch hours. Before you know it, it would go down to 3,960 something. Hey, God. I was like, where do I even start from? Like, I became confused because I didn't even know what the problem actually was. You can imagine the watch hours I had to lose for over 2 weeks. Like, it wasn't funny. I reapplied for YouTube monetization and I didn't get a response until after 2 weeks. You would want to follow me to the end of this video to discover what actually happened and how I was able to solve this problem. And immediately I took action. In less than 10 hours, I actually got a response. So my strike was actually supposed to end on the 25th of January. I started the strike on October 27th, 2025, and then my 90-day strike expired on the 25th of January 2026. And on that day, I kept refreshing the page, and it was just gray, like the application button was not active yet. So I had to wait for about the time when I was demonetized, right? Because I was demonetized around 12 or so. So I waited for that particular time. When it was 12, I went to my YouTube studio and then it was still not active. I then had to refresh. So the moment I refreshed, the reapply button became active. It was time for me to reapply. So all I did was to hit the reapply button and my reapplication was successful. So normally when you reapply for monetization, they'll ask you to wait for a 30 days period. So my wait began. When I started this my 30 days wait, I was actually thinking it would take a short while because normally I know they will ask you to give them a longer period of time, but on a normal ground, based on experiences, normally they respond to people anything from 6, 12 hours, at most 3 days is the one I have seen. The one I've seen personally, at most 3 days. But to my shock, I waited for 2 weeks plus. This wasn't funny. At the point I was giving up because in my mind I used to have this notion that whenever an application is taking long for monetization, you should know that there is a problem. So that has always been my mindset. So it was taking long, 2 weeks plus. I was like, what happened? So I replied on the 15th of January 2026. And as at 10th of February, I have not gotten any response. So I had to go ahead to contact support, and then I got the shock of my life. When I contacted support, I was like, okay, I reapplied and I haven't seen anything, no response yet. And then today's date is 10th. So support was like, no, that they didn't see my reapplication. That is it this channel or it is another channel? I said no, it is the same channel that I am chatting you with. So it was actually an AI response. So it was not telling me that okay, these are my channel details, but that they cannot see any reapplication. It was more like a back and forth conversation. Okay, so okay, the AI support now asked me to go back to my end section and check to be sure I reapplied. I said yes, I reapplied. He said, okay, what can I see there? I said it is already showing me that I have reapplied. The normal message that will show you when you reapply, and then they'll ask you to wait for 30 days. It was like, okay, no problem. That they've taken note of it. So that I should give them 30 days to respond to me. I was like, no problem. Do you know that it wasn't up to 6 hours? I got a response from YouTube and I was shocked. Like the tension when you're waiting for the response. I kept refreshing and then just for me to check that evening, and then I just saw their message like congratulations. In fact, the moment I saw congratulations, I started screaming. I was screaming. I got the email, referred me back to my YouTube Studio app. Okay, so I had to go to my YouTube Studio app, and then that was where I saw this message like congratulations, like congratulating me. So I then went ahead to set up all the necessary setups. So just join me as I do the setups.
Let's go. So immediately I opened my YouTube studio, this was what welcomed me like, congrats, you are a YouTube partner. Your passion can now pay off. Get started by setting up a way to earn. So they were asking me, let's go or not now? Of course, let's go. So I clicked on let's go and then it brought me to this interface. So I click on supers so that I'll go ahead and set up my supers. And then this is what I had under my supers. So I went ahead to turn everything on. I turned on my super things, my super chat, and then my super stickers. So after turning it on, I went back so that I can go ahead and set up the remaining stuffs. Okay, and then this is actually what I had. So I wanted to set up my normal long form video ad. So I scrolled down and then these were what I was seeing. So let's just go back up so that we'll just set up the necessary things. I would come back to this very place. Now can you see, let me give you a little backstory about this money you are seeing. So before I got demonetized, that month alone I made $224. But here after my 3 months, you can only see $35. This $35 was what I had in my AdSense before the month of October. So my $224 was all gone. Anyway, let's continue with our setup. So I clicked on that watch paid ads and it brought me here. So I want to set up my long form video. So I went ahead to set on all the ads, mid-roll ad, pre-roll ad, post-roll ad, like everything. So I clicked on next. So when I clicked on next, it was asking me if I want to manually choose what I want to monetize or if I want to monetize all. So I was asked to ensure that my videos comply with the advertisers friendly guidelines, and of course they do. That is how I was monetized, right? So I went ahead to click on monetize all. If you are not sure, you can click on I will choose, but for me I went ahead to monetize all because I actually felt like having to monetize all these things manually would take me a whole lot of time because I have lots and lots of videos there. So I clicked on monetize all and then it brought me here. Now you can see we have already set up our watch page ads. So I clicked on the watch page ads and you can see 0 naira at the moment. Okay, let's go back. So I want us to go through this one after the other. So now I click on short feed ads, same thing. I clicked on membership and then this is what I have, no members yet. So I'll go ahead and set this membership later on. So let's go back. Let me click on the supers. We already set this up so you can see everything is turned on. $0 at the moment. So let's just scroll down and then let's see what we have. Let's look at getting paid. Now they said for you to get paid, set up your payment details in AdSense for YouTube, and then you'll be needing 1, you need to submit your tax info. 2, you need to confirm your personal info, that's your ID card. Then 3, you need to provide a form of payment, that this has to do with your Naira or DOM account. So we will talk about this in the next video. Okay, so let me just go ahead and check my notification because I saw something there and I turned on the notification and then I was still seeing that congrats message. So I want to use this medium to talk to those who have been demonetized or those who are about giving up on their YouTube dreams. See, on YouTube, some days you will cry and then some days you will laugh, right? The journey is not always easy, but if you persevere to the very end, I'm telling you, you will smile at last. This demonetization was actually the longest journey of my life. Like, it felt like the days were slowing down. In fact, they actually were. This was actually supposed to be my first YouTube paycheck. Now you can imagine the pain. If the book Shattered Dreams was a person, then that was to be me. See, the pain of demonetization actually hits differently, to tell you the truth. But here am I today giving you my story of how I was able to succeed and overcome, like despite all the challenges. So This can actually be your story, okay? Do not give up on your YouTube dream. Just keep pushing and you will definitely smile at last.
If you know you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.